Welcome to Mr. Giant Reacts and Ting and Ting and Ting. I'm Mr. Giant, and today we're gonna watch one of these here. What do people think? And this one is what do Irish people think about Americans? And this one is a part two. So this is going to be interesting. I want to see what they think. I think I did one about what do the Germans think about the Brits a couple of weeks ago. Let's see what the Irish think about Americans. Let's YouTube and sim and see what I go on here. All right.
I'm going to do half in Dublin, and then I'm going to go to a different city and do the other half there. Just see if we get some different opinions and different variety of people. So be on the lookout for that video. All right, so welcome to part two. I came all the way here to Galway, Ireland to see if we can get some different thoughts and opinions. So let's go into the city, which I'm already in, and let's go ask some more Irish people what they think about America. Have you ever been to the U.S.?
No.
Yeah, I have. I was in Dallas in Texas.
I was in Boston, I was in Atlanta and Georgia and Florida as well, yeah.
Boston, okay.
Yeah.
Any Irish Americans?
Everyone's fucking Irish in Boston. There's more Irish in Boston than there is in Galway, like.
No, I haven't yet. No.
No.
No, never been. No. I was in Palm Beach in Florida.
What's the first thing that comes to mind when you think about America?
Probably like pop culture and like California and all that. Burgers, McDonald's, music, blues and stuff like that. Like, all good stuff, yeah.
I thought it was really different than Ireland anyway. It was a lot bigger. Like everything was bigger. Even the city was so much bigger than Dublin. But I really liked it anyway.
I suppose opportunities and vast and multicultural, I suppose. Yeah, would be the things that I would think of when I think of America.
The multicultural, it depends on where you go. You see, if you go, if you come visit America and you go to like New York or even Boston, the big cities, oh, multicultural for so. Come where I am, not so much. Not so much. I mean, recently there's a lot of Mexicans coming in here because of the Mexican restaurants. We see, not since COVID, not too many Asians, because we used to have a whole lot of Asian students here. So you would see a lot of them. There's some, but not much. There's a lot of Asians living here, but nothing like it used to be when there was all those students coming to the university that's like 2 blocks up the street. Definitely not a whole lot of Caribbean people. You see them in Brooklyn, Boston, somewhere in Florida like Miami or something like that, but not much here. So, yeah, the diversity, listen, let me put it to you this way. And this was back in 1986. It's probably a little bit different. Now, when I first met my ex, I was the first black person she had a face-to-face conversation with. And I guarantee you that where she's from, up in eastern Kentucky, there's people there that haven't had a face-to-face conversation with a real black person yet. That's how isolated they are. And they do have that decent little town. This is a decent little town. There's like, what, about 40,000 people here. But the diversity, when you walk out the street, okay, I could be on the bus and be the only black person on the bus. Or the only foreigner on the bus. So yeah, diversity is kind of limited here.
Definitely music, surf.
I don't really know, because I haven't been there, I haven't experienced it myself, but just from friends and what everyone's saying, I feel like overall everyone's quite friendly and stuff, kind of like Irish people, I would say. They seem really friendly towards Irish people from anyone that I've heard of,
A mental place. Just very high paced, very fast, and no time to kind of chill out.
Yeah, because that's all we really see. We don't see the outer skirts or the small towns. We just see
Exactly.
the cities and how fast paced they are, and then that's coming from us that are so late.
And I'll be honest too. That's what I thought of before I came here. You know what I mean? I didn't think of small towns like this, or even where I went to when I first came to America, Williamsburg, Kentucky, really small. I don't think there was a building over 6 stories tall in that place. like really small, and it took me off guard because when you see it in the movies or anything like that, on most movies you see like New York and everybody's up and down, and you kind of expect everything to be this like that, but it's not. You come to places like this on a Sunday, nothing, and I mean there's nothing or nobody out there. Cars don't go by. It's like a really small place.
Laid back. We'd be like, Jesus, I don't think I could handle that. Yeah.
I'd like to see it though.
Love to see it.
Like to go and see it, all right, but we know it kind of looks mental in a nice way, in a good way, kind of thing. I don't know.
Just a completely different world to what we're used to here, It's just the kind of, you base your opinion from what you see on TV or movies until you actually go there and experience it, Don't know what to expect, really. I didn't know what to expect when I went over, but it's just the best trip I ever did,
I think it's really cool. I think it's like being in a movie when you go there, because everything about the US seems like, when we watch like High School Musical and stuff, it seems like not real life, but then you go over and it's like, that is actually what you do, And there's no, you just sing in school, it's like crazy. And like all the supermarkets, it's such like a out of body experience, because you go in and there's like all this stuff that like, it's just not here at all. And then the way there's no roundabouts. Whack. There's no roundabouts. You just like park at a junction. It's wild, yeah.
What are your general thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's pretty vast. Looks pretty big. I don't know. Yeah, I'd love to go because like I've no idea what to expect really. But it just seems like a mad place. Like so many characters, so many people. Like
When you went to Texas, was there anything that really stuck out to you?
Yeah, like Aoife was saying, it's kind of like a movie because people actually wear like cowboy hats.
Right. Yeah.
It's just so different. Cowboy boots, like belts with big buckles. I don't know. And there were people actually riding horses, not in Dallas obviously, but kind of, like out in the country. It's cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a lot of mates from the States, so I don't know, I probably don't have a great idea of what it's actually like, but I'd love to go see.
I'd say it's a fine country, bit you see on documentaries and all that crack. The outside of it now, it looks savage, actually the country itself,
I don't know, I feel kind of blessed in a way to be Irish and have gone to America, because you're so well respected over there, As soon as you walk in the door and they hear your accent, they're like, everybody wants to talk to the Irishman, everybody wants to have it, and they're very welcoming towards us, and we're lucky for that.
Just like how unbelievably hot it was. Like it was just really hot. And as well, the like squirrels are like so aggressive. Yeah, like they kind of just like walk right up to you and, or like crawl, I don't know.
I think, I suppose we go by what we see in the news. I would get a feeling of just, it's a bit crazy, and I suppose all we see is the bad stuff, really. I just suppose you don't see like what, in local communities and what they're doing for each other. We just see all the bad, the craziness, really.
What do you think about Americans themselves, so the people?
Okay.
They're a lot of them are larger than life. I used to do caddying in golf clubs, and I meet all these, rich American guys coming over, and they're just different to us. Like they're just so animated. There's just the way people speak, the sense of humor, everything is like so. It's very funny. Like it's just like completely different to the Irish kind of side. But it's great talking to them because it's like, I don't know. A lot of the time you're like, is this guy in a movie or something? Like
I think they're really friendly, especially if you go into a shop. The customer service is like, they just approach you straight away, and everyone's friendly in Ireland, but it's nearly amplified maybe.
Very
That's funny,
inquisitive.
sister.
Any ones I've come across now, they'd be asking you like, you seem to have a thing saying where the Americans want to know where you are, what you're doing, and how you're getting on. But once you get past that little barrier, you're grand.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Whereas over here we kind of go with the crack straight away. Like, we just say how you getting on, and then it carries on. But you kind of seem to not labeling you all, but you seem like you want to know everything first and then have the crack. Right. But it's a good thing,
From the Americans I've met, in class, great people. But who knows, every country has all sorts.
I mean, I have some family from America, so just from meeting them and people they're close to, they just seem really genuine, and they're always just checking in on people, and I feel like what you're saying, they're really attentive people. I feel like you could compare it to Irish people, just the way they treat other people is quite well, so that's always nice to see.
Yeah.
Oh, they're great, man, and they're great to have around. It's great to have different people's influences.
The people I've met have been lovely, The perception we've got is that they're not as laid back as what we would be. Okay. It's more not fast paced, but they're more good.
Listen, I'm going to be straight up honest here. Listen, Because they live there, it might seem fascinating because it's different. But if you live in a place long enough and you get sort of assimilated into that place and people get used to it, they're going to treat you like they treat everybody else, pretty much. And sometimes, I mean, okay, let me put it this way so you could understand. A friend of mine who worked at the college up here and went to school there and everything that I met up there, he moved back to Virginia, where he's from. I was talking to him and he said there was a survey. And this is about this area that I live in here. I ain't gonna name the name, but there was a survey out about the most miserable place to live in these here states. And where I live was deemed number 2 on the list. I'm not saying there's not good people here, man. I know good people. But wherever the economy is not the best, becomes a dog-eat-dog situation. And I'm going to leave it at that.
Getters and doing well in life or whatever, where we're just
Maybe a bit too serious.
maybe a bit too serious, whereas we're just happy with our, you know, you should make best of what you've got.
I think that they're very genuine, and I think it's kind of like they don't really take themselves too seriously. Like anytime I've been, you know, talking, like my cousins as well are from America, and they just are very like bubbly and kind of, you know, like they wouldn't be trying to be polite to be nice. They're just nice for the sake of being nice, which is lovely. And I kind of like how just like chatty and friendly they are to like random people they meet. Like I know everyone says it's an Irish thing to be like, hi, like, you know, how are you getting on? But I think it's like really like it's like a personality trait in America. Everybody just, you know, does without thinking.
What is something you like about America?
You know, the street foods, you know, like in New Orleans, you see on, you know, the big massive helpings of big ribs and barbecue stuff. But even all that kind of street vibe food stuff and all that kind of, that looks class.
I love the movies, love the food. Well, I don't know, food, yeah, whatever. It's everywhere. I love all the things going on in America. Like even like you see like skating in like New York City and all these things, like these Supreme videos and stuff coming out, like really creative stuff coming out, and like so much music, so many people out there. I love all the creativity. Like you see Quentin Tarantino
New
and all
York
these guys
City,
making
yeah.
crazy movies about the States.
We've more winter than we have summer here, so more rain. Yeah, the weather and people as well. Like
That's a nice experience.
it's a nice experience.
Instead
Somebody
of Americans
else's.
coming over to us, the ones we've met, we like to go meet them in their home place, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
See what it's like then. Then our kind of perception of them might change a bit as well. Like, no, not for good or bad, but just we'll see it on their.
Yeah, he's
You
know.
right.
Yeah.
He's right.
Their portion sizes are so much bigger. I just think it's so fun. Like, so I'd probably do that. I would also do the whole like, you know, that you can like carry a gun like just as protection. I just think that's not like obviously. That should be controversial, like trigger warning, but like, oh, pardon the pun, but like no trigger warning, but trigger warning, but like no, like that would be kind of, you know, nice as protection, and also the way that like you can drive at 16.
Like seeing pictures and videos of the landscapes, like America's fucking huge, it's so vast. There's such a greater diversity of landscape and nature than we have here, and as much
True
as I
that.
love Ireland's nature, like I'd love to have a desert. I'd love to be able to walk through the desert for ages, fucking burning my feet on the sand. Like, yeah, exactly.
Like where I live here, it's a little town, but you go on the outskirts out there, like you know, where they do what you call bridge day. They jump off this really big bridge, and I don't remember the name of the place, but those places out there are beautiful, man. Once you drive out to the little town areas and stuff, and you get out to the outskirts of this place, gorgeous, just, and especially during the fall, when the leaves are changing and things like that, yeah, it's beautiful. You drive out to them, I wouldn't call it a forest, but you know, them bush-filled areas. It's beautiful out there, and that's why I always tell people when they come visit, when they go visit anywhere, like even if you go visit to the Grenada, yeah, go to the city and stuff and check out the culture and all of that, but also drive through the countryside. It's beautiful. And in the case of here, yeah, hit up the countryside. They have really good road system here where you could just go driving and thing, you know. Go check that out. It's really cool. The roads in the city sometimes is not the best, but once you hit out there, and even the little dirt roads and stuff, little ding, 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 little dirt roads like that. Because me and my friend used to go driving all the time and just go look for places and stuff like that. And the places where you see a house and then for a couple of miles you don't see one. It's nice. It's nice.
Exactly, or then you drive another 6 days to get to fucking rainforest and fucking natural park, whatever. Like it's, I think that's it. Just so much diversity, but like in every aspect of the country, I suppose, people, music, everything. It's just so big.
I feel like there's so much more to do in America than Ireland. Like just from looking inwards, like even if you think of like all the big cities, there's just so much more to do. And like, I guess like the social side of things looks so fun, and like definitely like the fashion over there seems so much more progressive than in Ireland, I would say. So that would be really interesting to have here.
State by state, the difference between the people and the way
True.
they speak and everything. It was like traveling around Europe and going from France to Spain. You know, it's like state by state, the difference. And also, just Chick-fil-A, it's so good, like. It's Chick-fil-A is so good, those fucking waffle chips, man, fried in peanut oil or whatever, man. That shit is unbelievable, like.
Definitely takeaways. They have so many. We just like Chick-fil-A.
What's that up with all of the
Really?
Chick-fil-A, man?
Yeah, and I've never had it,
eaten
but
there.
it just looks so nice. Because do you remember people were talking about a chicken sandwich from there for ages? It was like on Instagram and stuff, but obviously we just can't get it here. So maybe takeaways, yeah.
Something you do not like about America.
Probably it's just so far away. Like, if you get a plane there, it's just like, come on. It's ridiculously far away.
I guess probably like how expensive it is to go to college over there. Like it seems really unfair. Like here we're really lucky, and then probably like their healthcare system isn't great either. Like just because it's so expensive for people to access it, I guess. So I mean, like here we're quite lucky for that. So yeah.
No tea, no shade towards like Americans, but I feel like they don't know a lot about countries outside of America. Like we had to
My
do like
sister
the
said
whole
it.
like, you know, American War of Independence. Like I know everything about that. You know, we know all the 50 states
Yeah.
and all the
Yeah.
what's going on with Indiana. You know, we know the stuff, but like, and then they know like I've heard people think that like Ireland is like a part of England and all this thing, and like they don't know that like Irish is a language. And do you know, I just think it's really unusual. Like I just think, and I don't like the whole plastic patties thing. I don't like that either. The plastic patties, you know, when you go over and everyone's like, oh, like my grandmother was great grandmother's Irish, so I'm Irish as well, and you're like, yeah, not really. I hate the way that the holidays are commercialized. So the fact that, okay, I don't hate it, I strongly
Stop
dislike
telling it.
So Halloween, the fact that that's like an Irish, like that originated like the whole pagan thing like in Ireland. And
Festival.
yeah,
And then
it's a
it became
festival. And when it became so commercialized in America, and even the way like St. Patrick's Day in America, like I don't like the whole thing with like the leprechauns. Like I don't like that at all. I don't like the way it's so commercialized and it's like turned like a drinking thing. Like I know we drink here, obviously, like you have to sesh, all that kind of vibe. But like I don't like the way it's trying to be like Americanized. That whole thing. I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
I think, I suppose, what I don't like about it, but it's the same here, is that the rich get richer and the poor just get poorer. And I
That's
think
everywhere
that's
in the
so
world.
wrong. And that we see this glamorized perception of America and what it's like, but it's not like that in reality, and there's a lot of people struggling.
It's just the way the world is. Like it's very, it looks to be very globalized and all that crack, and America at the forefront of that as well. Like on both sides, like you know, that's yeah. So as I say, war makes money on it, like, and it seems that's the way America make their money too as well, like you know.
The news, Bloomberg, Fox, and all this shite, man. Just shut up. Like, it's too much
much.
energy in that news. We have very bland news here. You get the facts across, like, hell, today there was this happened, and that's it, and there you go.
I think a lot of the media that seems to be coming out of the States is fucking waffly and
I don't like the way they stereotype our country. We do it to their country, and it's the same. I'm not taking any blame away from myself, you know. I stereotype your country as well. But they come here and think we're all leprechauns, and we all run around with pots of gold, drinking Guinness, and there's rainbows and daisies. It's not fucking like that. This is Galway. This is Ireland, like, you know.
Can you give him your best American accent?
Crawl up a
See, what he says there is the thing, because you know when I first came here and I said I was from the islands. Oh, the first thing is, you know, voodoo. That's the first question. Stereotyped, you know what I mean? But then again, like he said, we do it to Americans. You know, when we there, you know, like for instance, you know, oh, American women are wild, boy. You know what I mean? And So people do it to people, and that's why I always say it's important to at least once in your life travel somewhere. And when you travel, don't go do all that touristy stuff where they feed you, they spoon feed you something that they want you to think. So when you go back, you tell other people, and then they come and spend money. Go talk to the locals, chill out, have fun, get to know people. Most people are good people wherever you travel, and especially if you're traveling and you're a foreigner, depending on where you go, on the outskirts of big cities. Let me put it this way: on the outskirts of big cities, those are the people that's going to befriend you. Those are the people that's going to be intrigued that you're from a different place, more so than people in big cities, or even semi-big cities like. Well, this is not even semi-big. Little cities like this. The comments I get about where I'm from is from people who live outside of this Huntington area. I guess because they are used to the students and stuff coming here that are all different people, you know what I mean? Let's keep watching this.
Hogs I need a ham sandwich.
Neo, sooner or later, you're going to realize just as I know that's not
Will you say hi? How do you say?
Hi, my name is.
Hi, my name is Lauren. Hi, my name is Lauren. Would you like some potatoes?
Oh, hey,
They don't say
welcome
potatoes,
to
they
New
say
York.
potatoes.
Hey, welcome to New York.
Hey, I'm from America. I just love fake stuff. Oh my God.
Lobster for dinner. How do you like these apples? I've been eating all night long. Alright, gonna look. Boston. I'm from fucking Boston, man. I'm Irish.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So basically, I'm out here in Galway. I have all my buddies here around me. I have my buddy Summer. I have my buddy Lauren. Yeah, basically just chilling, having a really good time here in Galway. Thank you for watching, guys, and subscribe, like my video, and God bless America, overall.
All right, nicely done, guys. Now, to the people in this video that are watching this, I appreciate you guys sharing some of your thoughts and opinions with us. We appreciate it. It's always fun to see and hear what you guys think. So thanks for doing it. But in the meantime,
Comment down below, man. Tell me what you all think about, different places that you've been, not just America, all the different people that you have encountered and all of that. That'd be a good, interesting thing to vibe up in the comment section. You know what I mean? Hope you guys are having a good day. I'm gonna leave a link to the description in the bottom in the description. I'm gonna leave a link to the description. What clout to go on here? But anyway, I'm gonna leave a link in the description for this video, so you can go check it out and thing too. You know what I mean? I'll also leave links to other videos pertaining to Irish and American stuff. You understand what I'm saying? So y'all can enjoy that too. Keep watching and thing, you know what I mean? In the meantime, y'all take care of each other, alright? Cool runnings.